Welcome back to MLB Roundtrip with Perfect Game. I'm your host, Danny Wexelman, and I'm so excited to welcome in a Notre Dame commit and someone who absolutely has a future in social media after his very, very long, successful baseball career. Excited to welcome in right-handed pitcher Roman Kimball. What's up, Roman?
What's up? How are you guys?
Oh, we're so good. And we're so excited to have a chance to catch up with you. I know it's been a couple months, but a lot can happen in that time frame. And I want to start with a transition that you've made. Your family decided the best decision for you was to go and play in South Carolina. So you go from New York to South Carolina at P27 Academy. And let's start with what that transition has been like for your senior year and why you think this move will pay off for you.
So the transition was obviously a little hard in the beginning, being away from my family and being down south, many, many miles away from home was difficult at first. But after the adjustment period, it was definitely a lot of fun being down there with making new friends, new teammates, and being around people who want the same thing that I do, is to have a long baseball career. So I feel like being surrounded by people who have the same goals and aspirations as you is definitely an important factor in leading up to your future. So obviously our season's going great. We're surrounded with great talent, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the spring.
I feel like those who play baseball in New York and grow up playing here have a bit of an edge, right? The weather, just, there's something about, I think, being a New Yorker in general. Do you feel like you've taken some of that and brought it down south?
Oh, absolutely. All my teammates enjoy the New York culture. And then there's a few other kids from New York who are down there as well. So we kind of all embrace it.
I love that. Okay, so in 2020, you dominated 33 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts, 12 walks. How did 2020 positively transform your game? What did you get out of maybe some of that extra time, extra family time?
So over the 2020 quarantine, I kind of took the mental game more seriously and kind of dove in deeper, watching a lot of YouTube videos and kind of figuring out more of the mental side of pitching instead of the physical side. Because like growing up, I always kind of had the physical side. Like I knew how to pitch, like I knew what I was doing, but like diving into the mental side and being able to get hitters out mentally just by thinking 1, 2 pitches ahead is definitely something that has dramatically increased my game, especially this summer. Facing off against a lot of top nationally ranked teams this year and dominating, just going out there and doing my thing was definitely a big statement for me. And I feel like there's no other way that I would have wanted the summer to go. I couldn't have drew it up any better.
I absolutely love the fact that you just talked about the mental side of the game. It's something that I think I try to do every show. And I find it so interesting because every guy has a different way of going about it, whether it's meditation or yoga or a breathing exercise. There's so many different avenues, but I think that people are finally realizing that the mental side is almost as important, if not as important, as the physical side of the game. So give me all the details about what you're doing and what it looks like when you are focusing on the mental side of the game.
So normally on start day, I try to be locked in from the second I wake up. I mean, a lot of people are different. It varies for everybody. Some people lock in an hour before a game. Some people lock in a few days. But normally it's just when I wake up, I'm ready to go. I get to the field. I know what I have to do. So, I mean, my coaches don't really watch over me because they trust me. They know that I have to do what I have to do to get ready. But in the game, I mean, it's just kind of reading batters' body language is a big thing I picked up over the quarantine, and just kind of seeing what the hitters react to. I mean, pitching is such an art that you can kind of manipulate hitters mentally before you like manipulate them physically. So feel like reading a hitter's body language and watching their swings and kind of like if a hitter has a certain tick that they do between every pitch, that's something to look forward to, something that can get you ahead mentally in the at bat. So I feel like definitely increasing in the mental game was a big part of kind of beating those bigger teams this year, and developing pitches as well. I mean, tunneling and pitch sequencing is another big thing. I mean, you see guys do it in the major leagues all the time. That's why they're so successful, is because of tunneling and pitch sequencing. And obviously, they're all strong mentally. So, I mean, as you can kind of see, that the traits continue. Mostly, I feel like you have to be successful at the amateur level. Like you have to kind of look for certain things that MLB guys do that you can learn from. I feel like that's the best way to learn.
We're catching up with Notre Dame commit Roman Kimball, and we're talking about the mental side of the game. So you mentioned paying attention to what big leaguers are doing. I know you're a Trevor Bauer fan for certain reasons, but just backtracking really quickly, who are you watching for the mental side? Who are you watching for the physical side of the game? And who is influencing you in life right now to make that mental part of your game even better?
Like you said, Bauer's definitely the biggest influence that I've kind of came across. I mean, he's as big of as obviously a pitcher as he is social marketer. So kind of him putting out information that he uses is so valuable to me because it's like learning firsthand. It's like kind of a pitching lesson, but on your phone. So I feel like everybody's got to kind of take advantage of what they have available to them, and I feel like that's what I've done with watching Bauer's YouTube channel. And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of other great arms out there. Like I'm a huge Yankees fan, so I watch Garrett Cole, and I mean, he's mesmerizing because he's so low effort and he throws so hard, and his mechanics are ridiculous. And I mean, just watching I mean, another New York guy is DeGrom too. He's obviously the best pitcher in the game, and doesn't really get much better than those two guys. And Bauer winning Cy Young this year was great. So I feel like I said, you just got to take advantage of what's in front of you. Like Bauer puts out all this content for young kids to watch and learn from. And one thing I did this year was I have a whole notebook of things that I've learned from Bauer's YouTube channel that I've implemented in my game this year. So I feel like that's definitely helped me.
Well, I love this so much. So, okay, a lot of things to dissect here. Obviously, yes, Garrett Cole, Jacob DeGrom are prized in New York and are, really know exactly what they're doing at this point in their career. And Trevor Bauer, I think I definitely didn't think he was going to the Dodgers, first of all. And
Um,
I thought he would be in New York. Did you think he'd be in New York?
No, I did not think he was going to be in New York. So I knew he wasn't going to go to New York because our coach for the East Coast Lumberjacks, the travel team that I played for, his son plays for, or Brian Cashman's son plays for my coach. So he's kind of been in talks with Cashman over the offseason. And Cashman was telling him that he didn't really want to go after Bauer because of the social media attention that he draws. So I kind of knew from the beginning that he wasn't going to be in New York, but I figured that he was going to head out to the Angels because of their desperate need for pitching. So that's where I kind of figured he was going to go at the beginning of the offseason. But I was kind of
Wait, you had the inside scoop.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. Wait, this is amazing. Okay. So all of that said, Trevor Bauer is definitely a personality online and on the mound. I know I saw some video of you mimicking some of some of his style like that, and it's great. And I think that there is something to say about the way he does connect. I'll tell you, this past March, we had our Perfect Game High School Showdown. We asked you guys, we asked you guys to fill out questionnaires and tell us a little bit about you. And I know his agent, Rachel Luba. I texted her and I said, I've never seen Trevor's name written down so many times for people who are inspired by him. And you're seeing it more and more because he's putting himself out there. You have a YouTube channel. You are creating content around your game. You're so knowledgeable. Why is this important to you to do something? Because you're kind of putting yourself out there to not only be judged now with your baseball game, but also with what you're doing on social media.
So basically I feel like since me moving down to South Carolina, I feel like that was definitely a big thing. So I kind of wanted to put it out there. Like not a lot of kids are kind of going through what I'm going through and learning every day. And I mean, P27 is an all baseball academy. So pretty much we have baseball all day. So, I mean, I kind of wanted to do like a day in my life, and then it kind of just took off from there. And now we're at like, I think 800 something subscribers. And I mean, the views just increase every time. And I think I just posted a video a few days ago. It's already at like 2,400 views. So, I mean, it seems like every time I post a video that the views just increase. And I have a collab video coming out with another vlogger as well. I don't know if y'all know who he is. It's Steven Knez from, he's out in Los Angeles, but he's got like 70,000 subscribers. So I feel like that'll be another big collab video for me and get my name out there a little bit more. But I mean, I definitely have came across the judgmental side. Like, I mean, we play series against some of the top ranked teams. So like whenever I'm playing against them, they always kind of talk about the vlog. I mean, either whether it's in a positive or negative way. I mean, I don't really care because I mean, like I'm having fun. Like that's what I want to do. But if obviously if they're winning, they want to talk about it. I mean, that's part of the game. Like I feel like that's fun because I remember we had a series a few weeks ago and we ended up losing, and it was against Georgia Premier, and I had done the McGregor walk in the first game because I threw really well against them. So then one of their pitchers did the McGregor walk back to us. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like I love that kind of stuff. I mean, a lot of my teammates were mad, but I wasn't really upset. I thought that was cool. So, I mean, imitation for me is kind of the best form of flattery in my opinion. So I feel like that's what brings the fun to the game. I mean, Bauer's kind of like you said, he's putting that out there, and he likes to have a lot of fun. And I feel like I've kind of implemented that into my game as well. It's just going out there and having fun because, like, obviously, baseball should be fun. You don't want to feel like it's a job. I mean, obviously, most of the kids nowadays who are at this level don't feel as it is a job. They think of it as fun. But I mean, why not make it the most fun that you can possibly can make it?
I think it's so interesting you say that because as media members, as fans, everyone just wants to know more about you, right? They want to see the inside stuff. They want to know what a day in the life of Roman Kimball looks like. And you're editing your own work. You're clearly producing it all. You're shooting all the videos. So you are what we call a one-man band.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you on the other side, how do you balance it all? Because you want to be taken seriously and you want people to know that you're focused on your game. How do you make sure that everybody knows that Roman Kimball is 110% committed to his craft when it comes to the game, but can balance it and show people who he is?
So I kind of just take things slow. Like if one week I can't edit a video because I'm busy with baseball or school, I'll just take the week off. I mean, I've 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 made it clear to the viewers that I mean I'm kind of on my own time. But I mean I try to produce videos as much as I can. I'm on like a 1 week upload schedule, so I upload every Monday. But if I can't, I try to get a video out in the middle of the week. Like this past weekend, I had an issue with my phone because the iCloud storage I had was full, so I couldn't film any more videos, and I couldn't upload any videos to my laptop for them to edit. So I couldn't post a video this past week. So I ended up uploading in the middle of the week. But I mean, to just to be able to balance it, like with all the free time I have, because I mean, I do have a lot of free time considering that we only do school for about 2 hours a day, and it's really easy to get ahead in our school since it's all online as well. And then we have baseball till about 3 or 4 every day. So I mean, you have a lot of free time there. So I mean, whether it's filming or editing, I try and get as much done as I can. And then on the weekends is normally when I have my most free time. Like say we have a midweek series and I have to get all the footage ready and upload it to my computer. So I'll do that. And then I will edit the video on the weekend and prepare it for Monday. So I mean, it's pretty simple once you get onto the scheme of things. But I mean, if you fall behind, then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta do this and this and this. But I mean, obviously, baseball is the number one priority for me. So that's what's most important. So if I fall behind in anything else, I'm gonna look towards baseball first.
Let's talk about Roman Kimball, the baseball player, the pitcher, the guy who does the McGregor walk off the mound. And because you must be confident. And I think that that's something that's really important to have and to be able to say, yeah, I do these social media things. I produce content, but I'm here for the game and I'm here to give myself to the game. Tell me about your pitching. I want to know what kind of pitches you throw. How do you throw them? Give me all the details. We're on radio. We're on camera right now, but this is going to also air on radio. So give me all the good details about your pitches.
So I throw a 4 pitch mix. I throw a 4-seam fastball, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. So I just implemented the slider not too long ago, about a year ago. But I'd have to say, obviously, my best pitch is my fastball. Overlooking all the stats and stuff this year, I probably threw my fastball 75 to 80% of the time. And obviously, it worked out great considering my numbers that I had in the summer. And then having another good out pitch, my curveball is definitely my best out pitch. I can throw it in any count for strikes. Actually, I threw a lot of 3-2 curveballs this year, which is obviously a huge weapon because mostly when you get into a 3-2 count, hitters are just thinking fastball. So to be able to throw an off-speed pitch and behind in the count is huge. And then the slider came along a lot this offseason. That was my number one priority, was to get that more refined, because the spin axis and the spin direction weren't quite where I wanted it to be. So working with the Rapsodo and stuff like that, we refined that and got it to where it needed to be. And then the changeup has always kind of been a work in progress. It is a weapon when it's on, but when it's off, I don't normally throw it. I mean, but I already have 3 solid pitches in the mix, so just to be able to have a changeup at my disposal if I need it is a huge weapon for me.
Roman, I cannot thank you enough. I'm so excited for you. I feel like you have a lot of things happening, and you're so devoted to what you do on and off the field. And I'm glad we got a chance to talk a lot about it. And I really do look forward to your future and everything that it has in store for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So that was Roman Kimball. And coming up, the number 1 catcher in the class of 2021, Ian Mahler, joins us on MLB Roundtrip with Perfect Game.